Day 2 of the Masters is here, and we are also back with the second instalment of our series playing 18 holes of golf today at Hinksey Heights Golf Club. Beautiful views of Oxford and the course in good condition. Got the sunnies on for this first shot. Slightly optimistic, as you'll see, they don't last long. But a medium length par 4 here to start it off. Going with the 3-wood just to try and find the fairway, be safe. I know I can easily get there in 2 shots. We're 11 over from yesterday, carrying on scoring as they do in Augusta. I surprised myself with that one. Pure as you like to start it off, straight down the middle of the fairway. We will definitely take that. Had to decide whether to go with a pitching wedge or a 50 degree for this shot. The lie wasn't the best, so I decided to club up and go with a pitching wedge. 115 yards in. The greens have a lot of sand on them today, so I knew that they'd play differently to what we faced yesterday, which was some pretty fast greens. Different challenge. Just leaks out a bit to the right, but catches the corner of the green, so I take that for the first hole. We're playing to a handicap of 18 over, remember, scoring that against the leaders of the Masters. Justin Rose, after 2 days, is still on top with a round of 72 yesterday. Not a bad putt from that far, I was quite happy with that. So we've got a decent look for a par on the first hole. You can really see that sand on these greens, but it drops. Good start. Another blustery day in April in the UK, but it's behind us for this hole, so I'm just gonna hit an easy 3-wood and hopefully get it up somewhere close to the green. Not a very long hole, this one. I'd be scared of driving it over the green if I picked the driver. And that is one of the best shot shapes I think I'll ever hit. Good start so far to the round. Now, I was thinking to myself as I stepped up off a pretty tight lie with a 58 degree wedge, don't chunk it, don't chunk it. And luckily it doesn't, but it just takes a left bounce, not exactly what we're hoping for, but happy that I don't have another chip on my hands. Fairly sloping putt this one, so took my time with reading it. Just to the right. Not bad pace though, so that's a tap in for par. Even through 2 holes, gotta be happy with that. Hardest hole on the course, the 3rd hole. Big slope on the fairway, and then most likely a tough second shot to an elevated green. You've got water on the right. So I'm just going with a hybrid, give myself a decent amount in, and also fall well short of that water. I don't want it rolling in off the slope. Aiming up the right and hit it up the right. Happy with that tee shot. A long second shot in on this par 4. Water up the right, as you can see, and a tough slope to deal with. So pretty happy with that one, as good as I could have done from there, I think. And it's just started to rain. Weather not on my side for either of the last 2 days. And that chip not on my side either. Yeah, I've got to apologise now. I forgot to record my putts.
But realistically, no one wants to see me 3-putt, so yeah, 6 on that one. That's pretty annoying, to be honest. Pretty annoyed.
So, after that double on the third hole, we come to a pretty short par 3 here. Just looking to draw it against the wind. 9-iron in hand. A good line, and I thought it was a lot closer than it actually was. Just over the back. Leaves me with this testing putt. Doing the classic off the green putt, just like at Augusta National. But it leaves me with this annoying little tester for par. No one likes these. And I was not happy with myself after that one. So we move to 3 over for the round, onto the 5th hole. So again, I'm looking for that similar shot shape, just to draw it against the wind. I get the shape, but just a little bit too much. So that's left me with a blind second shot. You guys can see the pin, but I'm just aiming to draw this around the bush and hopefully get it close. But after a tough lie, I didn't quite get the connection I was looking for. It just lands short of the green with a tough uphill chip. So with a pretty awkward lie for this one, just trying to fly up there, and I don't think I accounted for the slope. Yeah, pretty angry. A good opportunity to get up and down from these chips. The chipping was a real positive for me yesterday. So far, hasn't done the trick on the 3rd hole and this hole. So a long one for par. Really struggling to read the speed of the green so far. Very different to yesterday. I whacked that one, and to be fair, it did go past the hole. I wonder who your picks are to win this week at Augusta. Justin Rose still up at the top, but with 2 days left, a lot can change, and he's only ahead by 1 stroke. Hopefully he can putt better than that though. And I go in for a double on the 5th hole, so that's double, bogey, double for 3 holes, looking to improve from here. Good drive on the 6th hole, just looking to get it in play. Pretty short par 5, so I'm always looking to get there into it if I can. And a very manageable distance, downhill. Wind slightly off the left, so just looking to cut it in with the breeze. Get a big bounce on the green, just rolls over. So yeah, chuffed with that one. And again, the classic Augusta National, putting from off the green.
Yes, baby.
That yes baby was not for my putt. Tough one there, just trying to get it over the hill. I thought it would run down, but I think that's the difference between the greens from today and yesterday. A bit like the difference in the greens from day 1 and day 2 at the Masters. So tapping in for a par. Good birdie opportunity missed there, but again, playing to a plus 18, you'll take a par any day. Pretty short hole this one, but uphill all the way, and a big slope on the left, so That is where I wanted to avoid being. Aiming up the right and hit it up the right. So pretty pleased with that one. Got a good look now to get on and then get a good score. And that went straight up. Not happy with that one, and we've got another chip here. Hopefully can do better than the previous one. Trying to get it as close as possible. Great opportunity for par after that tee shot. Not a bad chip, but just didn't have the legs to get really, really close. And so this would be a very good par save. But again, not quite getting the speed. 8-iron in hand for this pretty short par 3. The only danger is up the right, where those trees are, so starting it straight and draws a little bit, just catches the left side of the green. So a definite running theme so far in this video is these long testing putts, but it's a birdie look. You definitely take that. And I thought I hit this one pretty well, but it just slows up again and leaves a pretty annoying putt here for par. These ones we've seen me miss quite a few times already. So just taking my time, lining it up, and making sure I don't miss it. And a very grateful golfer. Par on number 8. Finishing up the front 9 with this slight dogleg left par 4. The wind, as you can hear, has really picked up going from left to right, so I'm just looking to cut this and hope the breeze will help it. Hit that a long way left and it's come all the way back round, so happy with it. Well executed plan. Find myself with a pretty decent sized second shot here, on a slight downhill lie, so just trying to draw it back against the slope and against the breeze because I can't see the flag, and immediately not happy with it, just leaked to the right again. So a theme continues of this video with some tough chips and some tough putts. This one I think is pretty manageable. I've got a good look, trying to get up and down for par. Not too mad about that one. Decent distance, so have a manageable putt here for par. Just ekes left. Not what we're looking for. Finishes up the front 9, 7 over. So room for improvement definitely compared to yesterday, but still not too shabby. Another short par 3 here to start off the back 9. Uphill though, so I've clubbed up, gone for a 9-iron. And immediately just the wrong start line, and it carries on going left. Looking to draw it, but wrong start line, and a little bit too far as well. Tough chip from a pretty horrible fescue grass lie, but I just managed to get it on the far side of the green. Leaves another long par putt, this one with a big hill in the middle. And not a bad pace actually, but just didn't get the break right. It's tough to read these, or maybe that's just me. But a clutch hole out there for bogey. On to the 11th hole, par 5. So looking for a par at least here. And I think our streak has ended. Nope, I did not manage to find that ball. Just hooked really, and not what we're looking for off the tee of a par 5. So I've had to take a drop, not the official rules, because obviously you'd have to play from where you started, but I did have a good look around. So playing our third shot here. Decent distance on the 3-wood and managed to get it up near to the green, so do have an opportunity to get up and down for par despite that, losing the first ball of this Masters series.
Sit down. Come on.
And again, getting really frustrated with my chipping. Had a good opportunity there to get up and down, but the wedges aren't really playing to my favour today. And again, didn't quite judge the speed. This is also a good opportunity for a birdie, a very short par 4. So gone with a 3-wood. But once again leaking it out to the right. Gonna leave me with a pretty tough chip over a blind hill and some bunkers. Not the best lie here actually, just behind another divot. So with that shot, just flies. And I think actually the club choice was definitely wrong. And I landed this chip pretty much exactly where I wanted to, maybe a few feet right. But it's just kept rolling, and there's a big slope to this green, and it's just rolled off the other side. And I was gutted about that because I really thought after I hit that that would be a decent chip. So really want to get this close, up and down for bogey. I need. This is one of the easier holes on the golf course. This would normally be an opportunity for a birdie or a par, and I get a double bogey. So the last run of holes has not been the best.
6.
Trying to get back on track here with the driver. I'm going to cut it with the breeze, so just looking to get it over that hill, dogleg right. It's just leaked again, so favouring the right side, although I have lost a ball to the left side, so favouring anywhere but the fairway it seems. But luckily the 12th hole is parallel to the 13th, so a lot of area to the right to work with. Got a decent opportunity here. And definitely took the right club. Definitely had the right shot choice, but not a great strike at all.
That's where you do not want to be.
And there's a big slope at the front of the green, so I'm just looking to knock it on the top of the slope and then have it roll back to the pin right at the back of the green. But as you can see, I just didn't quite make it up and it rolls all the way back down. So it leaves me another really, really long, difficult sloping putt for par. I'm really just trying to get this close and 2-putt. I don't want a 3-putt and get another double bogey. And actually, not a bad putt from there. Decent speed. It leaves me with a fairly manageable comebacker for bogey. So continuing the bad run of form, we move on to the 14th hole. Big dogleg left here, so just aiming over those left bushes with the 3-wood. Get it on the fairway, I'm saying. And that was a top. And it's rolled about 50 yards, so that's left me with a rather tough second shot. Now, I don't often get the 4-iron out the bag, but I thought I might as well go for it here. And that is the cleanest I've struck a ball all day. So, although I couldn't see it there, when I made my way round the dog leg. Absolutely chuffed with that. And I'm putting from off the green again. A really long sloping putt here, probably the longest putt that I've ever had. Just trying to slope it round from left to right. And again, a few extra feet of power, and that could have been really close, but it's left me with, yeah, another really tough sloping putt for par. I need a good break here, end the run of poor form. And it drops. So really happy with that par there at 14. We move on to another pretty tough par 4. This one's a bit longer, so I'm having to go with a driver in order to get it there in 2. Just looking to draw it back. But it does not turn at all. But I've got an angle in, 250 to the pin. Gonna need most of my 3-wood here. And I think in an effort to get it there, I've just pulled it massively and it's gone straight over those trees. So that is our second lost ball of the round. And a drop with 71 yards to go. I've gone with the 50 degree again, but just trying to land it on the front this time. So hopefully not going to go too long. It rained in patches during the round, but thankfully never got too heavy that I had to put a jacket on or put the camera away. Just got over the lip, but again off the green. I think that's what's let me down this round, is putting myself in tough positions, you know, green side chips and putts which are often tough to get to drop into. But happy with that putt, gives me an easy tap in for bogey. And I mean, realistically, that's what I'm aiming for. I'll take a bogey every time, that's what we're aiming to play to. So coming back down the 16th, where we were just a couple of shots ago after our drive on the last hole. But this one aiming at the right and drawing it back. Really happy with that shot shape, and should give me a good look to get on the green for a birdie. Only a pitching wedge in. Hopefully not going to hit the goose. And I do thin it. So luckily not in the direction of the goose, but it's gone off the back of the green. And again, an opportunity slightly wasted, you'd think. With a chip coming back down the hill, didn't get a great bounce, and I was just hoping that it would roll a bit further, but just stopped short. And another tough look for par. Just broke a little bit too much. Still not too confident on my reading of greens, my process, my routine when on the putting green, so definitely something which has come out of these rounds to focus on, to work on. But here the 17th, a big dogleg right, so as you can see the flag there, I'm just aiming at that big tree in the middle and trying to cut it with the breeze and get it around that dogleg. Only will take a 3-wood to get on the fairway, so don't need to go driver. And that has cut far too much. We've gone up the 14th hole. So playing on other people's fairways, but it gives me a shot, gives me an opportunity to get the 50-degree back out and to get it on the green. And this was definitely the best wedge of the day. I was really happy with this coming off the face. Got a good bounce on the green. Just trickled off the back, but happy with that wedge shot. Have a decent look for birdie here, 12 feet or so. I'm used to putting off the fringes, as I can't seem to hit many greens, especially today. Not quite. Great line, but an extra inch and that would have been the first birdie of the day. So a tough break, but can't let myself get down after that. First par in a while. So moving on to the 18th hole, finishing up the round. We're 15 over so far.
Perfect line.
Gone with the yellow ball here to see if the camera can pick it up better, or the shot tracer. This is a pretty manageable par 5 actually, but there's water up the left, as you can see on the diagram. 260 yards to that, and that's a similar length to what I hit my driver. And so I got a sinking feeling in my stomach when it started to turn, just bounced and rolled down the hill. But luckily found it just in front of the water, so a lucky break on the final tee shot of the round. Fairly long way to go, but definitely manageable for my hybrid. Wind is slightly in my face. And again, not the best strike, but luckily it wasn't a great strike, because I have a feeling it would have gone over the back of the green if that had been the case, because we're pretty much pin high, just to the right side of the green. And another fringe putt for eagle this time. And I hit that very hard, as you can hear. Thought about it for a second, but zoomed straight past. So on the final hole, a manageable putt for birdie here. I think this is as bad a good a chance as I'll have going around this course. Just doesn't have the legs. So that's it for round 2. We are 15 over for the day. Not quite as good as yesterday, but definitely not as bad as it could have been in some tough conditions again, changing green paces from yesterday. So thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.
So there we have it, day 2 done. Shot 15 over today, so didn't do as well as yesterday, didn't beat yesterday. But to be fair, I didn't feel like I played nearly as well as yesterday, and to get away with only scoring 4 shots worse, I'm pretty happy with. But yeah, slightly tough day, not the best conditions again. Tough greens, I thought, just changing in terms of the ones compared to yesterday. And then tomorrow, I don't know where I'm going to play, so we'll see how I fare in terms of putting then. But yeah, I think the chipping made a big difference. My chipping yesterday was a lot better, and obviously today hit some duff ones, didn't get up and down as much. And for someone who's, you know, in the teens, high teens in terms of handicap, it's fairly tough to score well if you don't get those up and downs and you stop 3-putting. I 3-putted quite a few times today, but I'm hopeful for a good round of the Masters tonight. I'm excited for it. I'm 10 under in terms of the overall handicap, 15 over today, 11 over yesterday, but playing to an 18 handicap, so that's yeah, minus 10 overall.